What's going on, everybody? Bobby here. Welcome back to Credit Wednesday, where every Wednesday we go over something about your credit. Today I'm going to be talking about a lot of people I deal with when I sell them cars and stuff. There's usually one main deal on why they all have bad credit. And it usually comes from a repossession, but it's the reason for the repossession. Car repossession. And like, I'd probably say 75% of the time it's because the car broke. And then they just gave it back, and now, they have a repo and got bad credit, so they gotta do some in-house financing and do that kind of stuff. But that's not a very good reason to give a car back for a repo and to jack up your credit. One, because it's gonna take so long to come off your record. 7 years. That's a very long time. It's not like, well, let me just give this car back, get a repo, have bad credit for 7 years, and be back up to normal. It's a very long time. You may want to do a whole bunch of stuff in that 7 years, right? And it's always the same deal. So they'll say they have a car for 6 months. So, well, I only had the car for 6 months, and this happened, so I just had to give it back. Only if I was expecting it to last it for a year at least. Okay. And then I'll get somebody else in here. Well, I only had the car for a year. I didn't expect it to break down in a year. Only if it lasted a year and a half or 2 years. Okay. Or somebody else. Well, I only had the car for 6 months, and I had to put an alternator on it, so I gave it back. I wasn't expecting to do any repairs in 6 months. If it lasted a year, I understand. You always have an excuse, right? It's always, well, it shouldn't have happened now if it only lasted then. That's not how it works out. That's not how things work out. And I'm going to tell you a secret. Now, pay attention. Every single car you buy and every single car that you see will break down eventually. Your car that you have right now will break down. It's a guaranteed fact. A brand new car, eventually, at some point in time, is going to break down. Now, nobody has a crystal ball that can figure out when. Now, perfect example. I sold this guy a car, excellent customer of ours at the time. Paid it off. He kind of destroyed the car a little bit, but took it back in on trade. Sold him a truck. He's had this truck for going on a year and a half now. Probably put on 100,000 miles on the car. And, oh man, the transmission's starting to slip on it. Well, dude, you've had the car for a year and a half. You put 100,000 miles on the truck. You're going to have to take care of it. You're going to have to service it. You're going to have to keep up with the deals. These cars don't last forever. My mom, she's got a car, a 2015, 2016 Yukon. Not only did her transmission go out, but her engine went out at the same time. And we don't call the people that we bought it from and say, oh man, we're going to give it back. Because we're going to have to jack up our credit if we did that. We still got to keep making the payments on it, start paying the loan off, and fix the car. Right? So that's what you do. You maintain your stuff. So, and I hear this all the time, and it's not a good reason to give a repossession. There's really no reason to have a repossession on your record. But, say you lost your job during this whole Corona deal, you don't have no money, you just can't make the bills, can't make the payments. That's a situation where, you kind of got to wait out a bit. But that is probably one of the worst deals that any car dealership will hear. Well, I gave it back because the car broke. Okay, so what's going to happen when you have to repair this? When you get a tune-up, alternator, spark plug, radiator? And a lot of you think, oh, well, yeah, that's normal stuff. But you don't understand, a lot of people give cars back just for that normal stuff. And it's not a very good reason, too. So, don't ever do that. Take care of your bills. Take care of your responsibilities. And you'll have great credit. That's really all credit is just taking care of your responsibilities. So, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. And if you have any questions, message us.